Hey, thanks for checking out this video. If you're trying to understand why creating your own YouTube thumbnail is important and how to create it, well, this is the video for you. When you think about it, a thumbnail is the thing that people are going to see first before they watch your video. So as people are scrolling through YouTube, they're seeing thumbnail. The thumbnail is that nicely designed image that probably made you click on this video. Now, creating a good one is easy to do, and I want to show you how I did it. And actually, I'll show you the beginning of this photo and how when you're actually recording your video, you can just do a pause or a cheese, an image like that, and you can use that in your thumbnail. So let's go ahead, let's get started, and let's go over to my screen. All right, so now I have my screen up. You can see it on your monitor, and I want to go through. What I'm going to talk about is Canva. Canva is great software that you can use to actually create any type of design. So I want to walk you first over how to create your account, and then understanding the type of accounts you can create, and then let's go from there. So the first thing is I have in an incognito window, so that's why you can see it's dark. The Canva website. So it's just canva.com. I'm not getting paid or any type of affiliate for this, but it's important to understand that when you come here, this is for free. So they do have multiple plans, and you can see they have a free plan, a pro plan, enterprise, education, nonprofits. You can start out with the free. I'm on the pro, but this is how easy it is to get started and to sign up. You can do this with a Google account or a Facebook account or with your email. Super simple. Put in your details. Once you are actually signed in, then you have multiple options, but it's super easy. And like I said, you can do one of the plans. For this walkthrough, I'm actually going to use the Pro plan, which is what I use. So let's go ahead and shut this down. Once you have your account, you're going to see something like this. It's going to have a menu on the side, options up front, and then just some really quick ways to get started. So let me show you the templates. Now they have multiple templates. We know that we are creating a YouTube thumbnail. So the first thing you can try to do is go to templates and see if there's something already available for you to use for YouTube. So I don't see anything. I do see there's a YouTube channel art. I see that there's YouTube intro. I could look under features to see if there's anything there. I don't. So what I'm going to do is just type in YouTube thumbnail. And once you type in YouTube thumbnail, it's going to give you several options. I'm just going to pick the one that is there that says YouTube thumbnail. What you'll also see there is that it gives you the dimensions. It's 1280 pixels by 720 pixels. So this is what makes your image look really good, and it's going to look good on any size. So we'll go ahead and pick that option. Once we pick that option, we're going to have templates to choose from. If you're not a designer, don't try to create your own from a blank YouTube thumbnail. Actually pick something that will match what you're wanting to do. And if it already has the same type of color themes that you use, just use that one. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to look through some options that give me something close to what I would use. I'm going to pick this lady right here. So once I pick a template, and as you can see, there's tons of them. There's so many here that you can pick from and use. I think I've actually used this one before. And actually, I'll open this one up too because we might do a different image. Actually, let's use this one. We're going to use this one. This is the one we're going to use because I want to show you how to do a gradient. Sometimes a gradient is a great thing to use. This one actually has some really cool stuff happening here, so we might just try both. But let's run through it real quick. So let's say this is what I want to use, and I'm doing a video on fitness or working out. And let's just say, I'm not going to try to change much because I'm not a designer, right? I'm just trying to get a thumbnail that looks good. This does look good. I can use my images, my fonts, and my colors. So the first thing that I would want to do if I'm using one like this is I would click on this image. You see how I move my mouse around? It will automatically highlight different elements that I can change. So the first thing, let's say that my colors are red and white primarily, and maybe gray is like an accent I'll use. So what I can do is I can come over here and click on a color, and you see how this is a gradient from like this pinkish color to a purple. I can change this. So let's say I want this purple here to be more of a reddish color. So I'm not really looking for design. I'm just going to pick something that that I think could work. So if we know what we're going for, let's actually make this color here red. And then we're going to have this one. Let's see what happens when we make that a white. So this is the way that you could start messing with it depending on your colors. I would probably make this something similar to this. These are just colors I'm just picking out right now. I like the white here, but I might not like this black background. So if I click on it, you'll see it gives me the option here to click on the color. And let's go ahead and change this to more of a gray total core workout. And I might go a little bit darker. I might leave them like this, but what I like to do is I'm designing and I'm getting ideas. You could spend all day here, so I'm just giving you the overview of how to do it. We have the right dimensions, which is why we chose a template. We can update any element here that we want just by clicking and changing it. But here's a pro tip. What I like to do when I design these is go to about 25%. The reason I like to go to about 25% is because I want to see what pops and what kind of fades into the background, because most people are going to be on this little device right here. So if they're going to be on this device, we want to make sure that the image is going to look good at a reduced size. A lot of people might create something where it's this big, but then you get on your phone and it doesn't look right. So a lot of the times I'll go back and forth or even just design everything at this level. So let's just say I'm going through, I want to change this color to see. I might like it, I might not like it. It really just depends. What I see at this level is that that white text here and that white isn't like ideal. So I might just change this whole thing to red just to see, oh, okay, now I can see that 20 minutes better. I did get rid of the gradient, and we'll do another template just to give you another option there. So let's say now I want to change this photo. I can either take a photo from my computer, drag it and drop it directly here. But what I'm going to do is use one of their free photos. Oops, that was an accident. Let's delete that. So let's just say I want to take, let's just type in fitness. So under photos, this is my left side menu. It's very self-explanatory what I can get. With Canva, it gives you all these free images. So let's just type in fitness. And here's examples. Let's just say this was a picture of me that I actually, and we can actually find free or pro. So you see how I highlight and it says this is for pro. So let's just see if we can easily find a free one. So this is a free image. Actually, this one's kind of funny. So I'm going to use this guy. But I'm going to delete her. So this is how I did it is I drug him on, I click on her image and I delete it. Now I'm going to make this guy a little bit bigger, bring him over here. But now I'm kind of in this problem of I drug this picture on and I can't see. There's a lot more things I could do to make sure that changing images in and out are easy, but I'm going to show you the quickest way without using a frame. Right now that I have this image here, it's sitting on top. So what I want to do is move it some layers backwards. The best way to do that is within, let's make this screen just a little bit bigger. I'm going to click on this image and then can you see these options that I have here? I can put different effects. I can remove the background that he has. I can change and add different filters. I can adjust the colors. I can crop it. I can do all sorts of things, but all I want to do is click on position backward. So as you can see, each time I click it, it's going to go behind something. If I want to send it all the way to the back, I just put to the back and boom, there we go. So there's our new image. Let's just say my colors are red, gray and white. I have that there. I think it looks fine. Boom, I can use that and I can use it for YouTube. So what I can do now is I can go ahead and I like the way it looks smaller. I'll make it a little bit bigger. And then I can click on download. We want to download it as a PNG. Then I'm done. I just upload this to YouTube. That easy. So I want to show you one more thing that I think is awesome. Sometimes when I just started, I was using Photoshop. It took me longer than I wanted to use. So I said, I need to find a way to make Canva work for me. It was frustrating because it took me a while to find out how I could make Canva do gradients. So let me show you how to do a gradient with Canva. If you don't know what a gradient is, that's fine. You can stop it here. You might not care. This might be all that you wanted, and that's fine. But let's go to this one. So first thing I want to do is see this small. And let's say that the same colors I'm going to use are red, white, and gray. There's some things that I'm going to need to change here, but a newer style that I've started doing on YouTube has less of the images and just more text. So I want to show you how I would do that with this. The first thing is let's go back to photos, because I'm going to change this photo to begin. Last time I changed the photo later. But then as soon as I clicked on that layer, you can see that it gave me a black background. I may or may not leave it. We will see. So for now, this is what our image looks like. Let's look for a photo. And I want the photo, I already know what I want to do is kind of like with that guy, I had him to one side or the other. When you think of your YouTube image, there's going to be different places, like grab your mobile phone. If you grab your mobile phone, open the YouTube app, and you'll see that as you're scrolling down, you're looking through thumbnails, you'll see like the little time counter. So there's things that you want to be aware of to make sure that the image will display properly. But I like putting the image on the right, text on the left. So that's what I'm going to keep here. So I'm going to look for someone that their face, actually I think I already had that example here, face. So let's just use this lady because it'll be an easy one to use. So the first thing I'm going to do is what I did last time. Let me go ahead and make this a little bit bigger so you all can see it better. Let's make her a little bit bigger, like this. I'm gonna drag this about right there. So now that I have it how I want, I'm gonna try to flip this image because I want her on the other side, not on this side. I could still put the text on that side, but I don't want to. And there's many reasons why, but the biggest reason is I want to be able to put text on the left side. So now that I have her flipped, you saw how easy that was. Done. Now that I have her flipped, let's just go ahead and see what happens. Boom. So we'll bring her here a little bit over. I may keep the background. I may not. We'll see. Actually, let's just go ahead and work with it. But I really want to show you how we could, let's delete it. Let's delete the background. Let's go to Effects, Remove Background, just so that you can see what it looks like. This takes much longer to do if you're doing this in Photoshop. But here, as you can see, I just click the button. Canva is going to work. It gives me the image. It's done now. But you see how it rotated it while it was doing. I have no clue why it does it. You just got to flip it back. Flip it back, flip it back. Give it a second, and then boom, it'll happen for you. So while Canva is doing its thinking, I know that I'm going to want, let's just make sure that that did work. There we go. So what I know I'm going to do, let's say that my colors are still the same, red colors. Let's change this background now. Let's just make this a red. Why not? Why not? Why not? So we have a red background. Oh yeah, we could do that. Let's make this a little bit, actually, yeah, we'll do something. Let's do a different color. Looking pretty good. All right, so what I'll do is I'll do a gradient on top of this and I'll show you how it works. So let's say this text, we want to change it to, let's change this just to a color that you'll see. We're going to change it to blue. We'll change this background here, if I could actually get the background. And this is the cool thing that I've learned, that it can be cool or not. But sometimes if I want to get an element, I have to move something else. So I just move the picture over a little bit. But we're going to click on this, and let's actually click just on the background. It gives me the color. I'm going to change this to a blue. And I'm using all the colors that are here. So now that we kind of have how we want it, I'm liking this. Let's just make it a little bit smaller. 10%, you can still see that level up pretty good. 25%, you can still see it pretty good. Let's make it bigger and add the gradient. The gradient is really good when you have an image that might not have such a clear background, and I'll show you what that looks like. But now what we want to do is type in gradient. And when you do that, there's multiple ones. And what you can do is you can highlight and click on these three dots, and it tells you gradient that fades to transparency. That's what I want. A gradient that fades to transparency. So I'm just going to click it and it'll add. So now with this gradient, I have this kind of color that it's going to go from one color all the way to clear. So let's just say that I wanted this color to be a red. I don't know why I would do a red, but in this example, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to put this behind everything. And there we go. So now I have a color going over. It could be that I had an image in the beginning that I didn't like what was on the left part of the screen. But it does just give it a different element. Actually, I probably wouldn't make that a red if this was really my design. It'd probably be more of an orange, to be honest, just to make sure those are complementary colors. But this is what it would look like. And a gradient is a great thing to do when you have something you want to cover up, you want to give it a little bit more pop. And as you can see, this would be our YouTube image. If I was doing something, maybe it was in the beauty industry or fitness, it's super simple. And you can see how long that took me to do. The more you do it, the better you'll get. But that's really all you need to do to be able to create a YouTube image in Canva. Once I'm ready, I like the way it looks. Again, I would just click download. It's a PNG. I have multiple options. I stick with the PNG, a high quality image, and then I would just click download and I'm done. All right, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. If there's anything else that you would like to know about creating your YouTube thumbnail, go ahead and drop a comment below and I'll make sure to respond to all your comments. Until then, have a great day, a great week, a great year. I'm rooting for you and your business. Take care.